I'm so sorry I'm late.
Oh, okay. That's all right, Amelia. What happened this morning?
Oh, well, my car wouldn't start.
Yep.
And I got up a little bit late, so...
Rightio.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. I guess in looking at our agenda today, we got a few items to get through.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is our 6th session, and we want to focus in on how we're going with that anxiety.
Okay.
But before we go down that track, I think it might be worthwhile perhaps to just have a bit of a think maybe about some of the beginning of the sessions, because this, I guess, isn't the first time maybe that it's happened that you...
Really?
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I thought I haven't been too late the last few times I've come.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess sometimes it's a little bit difficult getting here.
Okay. Yep. So I guess when we think of our sessions today, there's always been about 10, 15 minutes before you've turned up, and you always look a little bit sort of on edge maybe. Is that fair?
Really?
Or what do you think?
I guess I'm like always kind of rushing in the morning to get here.
Yep.
And sometimes I just get like that in the morning when I've got to be somewhere.
Sure.
And it always just seems that, I've got to top the car with petrol, or there's stuff that I have to do that kind of, makes me be late for stuff sometimes.
Okay.
So
it's that kind of practical?
Yeah, like I feel like, stuff like that kind of gets in the way, and, and then I just end up being late. But I don't think I do it on purpose.
Okay, sure. I mean, I guess what we're trying to do is get an understanding of perhaps, is there a reason underpinning perhaps this sort of pattern around being late for sessions? Is it a case of, we're just brainstorming here, and I guess I'm thinking there's a part of me that is perhaps noticing that perhaps this is part of that kind of intense worry around these sessions and what it is we might talk about.
Yeah.
Is that
maybe
something at all, or what's your sense?
Yeah, I guess like I do get a bit nervous sometimes when I come to sessions because I don't really know, I get worried about what we might talk about.
Yes.
And I never really thought that that's why I'm late, but I guess sometimes, when I have like important things to do or things that, that I'm stressed about a little bit, sometimes I am just, I tend to sometimes be late for them.
Yep.
But I just thought that was because I want everything to be perfect, like I have to get ready. And
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense, right? You want things to be perfect. There's a lot of practical things that need to be considered as well.
Yeah.
And certainly there are times when you jump in the car and you do notice that tank is empty, and those things come up. I guess, given that what we're working with here is a lot of that anxiety that you've been talking about, particularly, that worry around being judged. I was wondering if that was an issue at all that was coming up for you when you come to these sessions.
Yeah.
And perhaps the lateness means we don't perhaps have to go that far. Again, I could be completely wrong here, but I'm just trying to get a sense of how you're feeling, and it's important that we're on the same page.
Yeah, like I guess I feel guilty that I am late.
Okay.
And I know that I don't know how many of your clients turn up late, but I guess, I don't know, that's just how I am,
Sure.
I just feel like I can't really help that, like I do my best to get there on time.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I don't know, I don't know whether I can be better at that or not.
Okay, so I guess the sense I'm getting, it's perhaps more of the practical component.
Yeah, I think so.
Or organisation, is that
maybe if I wasn't so stressed about everything being perfect.
Yep.
Or like, feeling like I had to kind of get my head together before I came to session.
Okay.
Maybe if I could just let go of that a little bit more.
So you mentioned get your head together. So are you doing things to try to get prepared for the session?
Well, not that I do it on purpose, but maybe when I'm getting ready in that process, maybe, when I'm kind of straightening my hair or whatever, I'm kind of thinking about, what I might talk about or not want to talk about,
So that's a kind of inner dialogue that's going on?
Yeah, I think so. And maybe that process, I don't know, kind of helps me be less anxious, or maybe it makes me more anxious. I don't really know.
Okay. Do you find that this happens not only with our sessions, but perhaps with work as well, and some of the
Yeah, like
relationship
not-
dates you've been talking about?
Yeah, like not like regular everyday work. I
Yep.
think I'm pretty on time. Like I don't tend to
Okay.
be very late.
Okay.
But maybe like when I do have, say, like an important meeting on at work, or if I'm, meeting up with someone, a friend I haven't seen in a long time.
Okay.
That
Process kicks in?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think that's when I kind of take a bit longer to get
Okay.
ready,
Okay.
and maybe in that process I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, and
Okay. So some of that anxiety starts to
Yeah.
at that point.
yeah.
Do you think perhaps we can come up with a couple of different ideas on perhaps increasing the chances of you getting here at the 9 o'clock time, or what do you think?
I don't know, because like I know there are times when I'm not late, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
But I'm just trying to think of, in those circumstances, what I do differently.
Okay.
Like I guess I don't put as much effort into getting ready.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we look back at our last 6 sessions, there was one time there that you were on time.
Yeah.
Was there anything different about that compared to the other?
I think I'd had a really good week that week.
Okay.
If you're talking about maybe that was the 3rd session or something.
Something like
that.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it was the 3rd.
And I think maybe I was probably like excited about a session, but not really that nervous about it.
Okay.
And maybe I didn't really have a lot on my plate, so maybe I had time to already think about what I was going to talk about it, and because maybe I was positive about what I was going to say.
Okay.
So maybe there's a bit of negative, like anxiety around bringing up those things that maybe I feel a bit badly about or negative about.
Okay, sure. So, in that session, things were feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
And you felt like things were going okay.
Yeah.
But the last couple of sessions, now last 3 sessions, it's been a case of there's that anxiety process kicking in when you're getting ready to come along.
Yeah. Yeah.